Hi everyone, Pam here from Creative Homescaping. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, I post several videos a week on how to creatively manage and decorate your home. In today's video, I am hosting my Seasonal Wreath Challenge for Fall 2019. So if you'd like to see what I do with these two wreaths to make them fit in with the fall season, then stay tuned. And while you're at it, please be sure to check out the playlist of the other participants. I will have that linked in an iCard above, as well as in the description box down below. I want to thank all of you who are participating, and I look forward to seeing what you create. Now let's get started making these wreaths ready for fall. Okay, so we're going to start with this Boxwood Wreath here. This is one I picked up from Home Goods a couple years ago. At the time, I think it was $12.99. I did notice that they still have them, but they're actually a little smaller than this now for the same price. And I just have it sitting on this plate stand here, so it's easy for you to see what I'm doing. I mean, you need to turn it towards me a little bit every once in a while so I can see. But I also have a variety of other items here. I have a bow I made last year as part of my plaid tablescape decor. I really love that table. I'll link it for you in an iCard above if you haven't seen it. But I've had this stored so it's a little flat. I'm going to need to fluff it up a little bit. But I liked it because it had gold, this houndstooth pattern, some black and white polka dot, and little touches of red. And I want to use some red and yellow in this particular wreath for early fall, late summer transition period. So I'm going to stick this on, I think, in somewhere. It already has a pipe cleaner on it, so I can just feed that through. I have some sunflowers that came from Dollar Tree. I have some zinnias, also from Dollar Tree, that I picked up this summer. And the red is very close to this red in the bow, so I thought that would work well. And then I have these red mini pomegranates, also from the Dollar Tree. And then I have some pipe cleaners. These did not come from the Dollar Tree. I ordered these on Amazon. Some wire snips, some scissors, and then some leaves. These are burlap leaves I painted last year because I didn't like the mossy green color. And I painted them with white chalk paint, went over them with gold. I probably am not going to use these on this wreath, and I have some other burlap wreaths. Those I'm going to save for the other wreath. And then I have these metal letters I was able to find them this year at Dollar Tree. I'm not sure if I'm going to put them on the wreath or not. I'll get it started and then we'll see how it looks. So I am going to start. I normally start with the biggest items first. I'm going to fluff my bow a little bit here just to make it look nice. Now, all the ribbon on this bow is wired except for the red ribbon. It's kind of a stiff, plasticky, velvety ribbon, and so it's not wired, but it holds its shape pretty well. But this, having been in storage for a while, needs to get fluffed. I just want to fluff all the loops up near the front, all the tails near the back. And this is a funky bow if you're not familiar with them. If you'd like a funky bow tutorial, there are plenty out there online that you can choose from. I'm just going to turn this towards me for a second so I can decide where I want to put the bow. And I usually like to put my bows a little bit off center. And I'm just feeding the pipe cleaners through and then twisting the wires behind. So that's about at a 10 o'clock position. Sorry for the squeak. See? And now what I'm planning on doing is if I didn't have a bow, I would like to space things out like in sixes, but I have this bow, so this will act as one of the sixes, and then I'm going to probably put 5 bunches of flowers around. Now I have a couple of these cut already, these sunflowers cut already, and then there are 6 on here. One of them is missing. I didn't notice that when I got it, obviously. But I'm just going to go ahead and clip all of these off. I clip them pretty close to where they attach to the main stem. And unless I'm going to use them specifically in a shorter arrangement, I do keep the stems kind of long. That way I can use them for other things. And I do like to push the leaves up on them. That way they show a little better when you stuff the flowers into the wreath form. The other thing you want to do to your, oh, this one's the empty one. I don't need to push anything up on that one. Another thing you want to do with your fake flowers is that you want to give them a little bend right near the top. That makes them look more natural. Flowers don't usually grow straight up like that because of the weight of the flower head. They bend over a little bit. So if you give them a little bend, just using your index finger and thumb, then they have a little more realistic look. Plus, when you go to stick them in the wreath, you will be able to stick them in more easily. Then I'm just going to come back in with these zinnias and pop them in here too. Okay, now just to fill in a little bit more, I'm going to use these pomegranates just to add a little more interest. And I may have these kind of sticking up out of the wreath a little bit to create some dimension. I'm not gluing anything, I'm just poking things into the wreath here and there. I have 5 of these, so I've got to arrange them kind of around in a evenly around the wreath. Okay, I like how that looks. Last little bit of interest there with these little pomegranates sticking out. Make sure you bend them a little bit too. And I think that looks really pretty for the end of summer and into fall. And the nice thing about this too is you're just poking them in, you're not using glue, so you can just pull things out very easily and redo your wreath. Okay, for my second wreath, I'm going to use my rag wreath that I made last year. And if you haven't seen that video, I will link it for you in an iCard above. And I am going to, on this wreath, if you notice it has little pieces of burlap. These are at the cross sections of the wreath. So they are evenly spaced around the wreath. There's 6 of them. And I like to use those to mark junctions where I put seasonal decor. So I am going to take some of these burlap wreath leaves that I got at the dollar store, and unfortunately I only got 1 of each color and there's only 5 in each. So I'm going to take 3 of the lighter burlap, sorry for the noise, and then I'm going to take 3 of this darker taupe colored burlap. And these have attached wire stems on them. And I haven't tried this out before, so we're going to do this together. But they have these wires on them, so you can use those to attach it to things. These leaves, however, do not have wires. So I'm thinking maybe I can just poke this through this burlap leaf. Oh, these are very, nope, that's not going to work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach these, space them out, and then I'll show you how that looks, and then we'll move on. Okay, I have all of those leaves attached to my rag wreath. Now I'm going to be using these white pumpkins I picked up this year from Dollar Tree. They have clips on them, and I have 2 of the cards. So because I have 6 sections here to my wreath, so I'm just going to unclip these, and what I'm hoping is that since I couldn't stick the wires through here, that I can take this leaf, put it on top, and then clip this all together with the pumpkin like so. Oh, I really like that. That looks so cute. Cute. Okay, so I'm going to finish that and then I'll be right back. Okay, it's all done. Now I think I'm going to take this welcome piece that came out of that package of the words, and I'm going to take this pipe cleaner, bend it in half, and then I'm going to attach it to the wreath using the pipe cleaners. So hopefully I can do that. I'm just going to slip it over this end of the W.
And here's a look at my finished wreath. If you like this video, why don't you give me a thumbs up? And if you are new to my channel, why don't you subscribe by clicking on the icon in the corner of this video or the subscribe button in the description box down below. I want to thank all of you for watching. Be sure to check out the playlist, and I look forward to seeing all of you again next time. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.